I want to talk a little bit about environmental changes. Like something I've noticed lately is that it seems like things are very prone to fungus and mold. Basically, fungus and mold is a part of the Earth's kind of cleaning process, to where like when something gets old, it's like it'll get hit with a layer of mold, and then the mold will melt away. But it's like, when a spider bites a bug and it starts to eat away at its inside, so it turns to a soup that's more easily eaten. And that's basically the way that mold and fungus works, is that it breaks things down in the same way that our acids in our stomach break down food. uh and it could be a long process too. It's not like it'll be each layer of mold that comes, mold attack, gets bigger and more crazy, because it kind of like these spores go dormant and then they get reawakened when the conditions are right. You know what I'm saying? And I've been noticing a lot of stuff just breaking forth into mold. Another thing that I see is mushrooms and stuff like that just popping up out of everywhere, especially these past week, 2 weeks, that this weather warfare event's been going on, where they've been obviously cooking us here to generate steam to blow over to keep the storm in its particular track, the hurricane. Okay, so at least that's my theory, my hypothesis. But also, I have noticed, like metal seems to be like there's something in the environment that's just extra corrosive these days. That stuff seems just to be breaking down so quick. Uh, Me going through all the houses they were boarding up in the county for that 3 weeks that I had to do that. I noticed once again how there's mold present. There's that mildewy, and you can see how, like, the minute the humans move out of a house for very long, it's instantly it starts to get, it doesn't get aired out properly, and the lack of movement, it's like stagnant water really increases mold. So I mean, in a way, it's like, how do you get stagnant water? Well, most water gets absorbed, right? So if you got uh, a constant uh, drizzle and a wet, damp environment, a very humid environment, these are fucking excellent conditions for a mold. Ventilation destroys mold, you know what I'm saying? So once again, it's like they've shut off the real air currents of the planet through their manipulation through SRM, solar radiation management, and also geothermal engineering and GMO. Also, it's like, because when you affect one population of animals, there's biosynthesis that you affect every animal that's related to that particular substance. And I mean, basically, what is algae? Algae is kind of like a fungus like thing too. That also, it's a process of the water to eat microbial things in the water. Same thing with fungus. That's an environment that brings microbial things to attack a thing for a few days spell while the conditions are right. Then the stuff melts away and is like, it's invisible, but the spores are still there. And until the conditions get right again, it'll break forth in another wave. So I mean, I'm noticing like this process right here where it seems like everything is becoming very um what is that, tumultuous. Basically, it's like upheavalish. You can see the processes wearing on each other these days, to where it's like you can just see, like, what it is the oil that used to be in between the gears has got grit in it these days, and it's a very harsh and abrasive, there you go, abrasive environment. And you can see our system is cannibalistic, the world system. It's predatory, it's oppressive, it's bigoted, it's one-sided, it's fraudulent, it's de facto. It's usurpery. It's clever. What is that? Identity theft. They're claiming authorities they don't have from things they're really not even related to. They're in all actuality enemies of. I mean, in the macro and the micro, you can see like even the ideologies of this world, the truth and the lie is getting propped up for a showdown. But yeah, if you know anything about lies, they will not prevail forever. You know what I'm saying? So whoever puts their money on that dog in the fight, man, is gonna lose their loot. Uh, Same thing. If you had nothing, if you had less worldly possessions, you wouldn't even have to worry so much about any of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it just is a natural process, and you can see it. That it just feels like things are in a advanced decay these days. It's like our system is built on this, not like you buy a hammer. This hammer's actually built deficient, so it'll wear away in a few years, and you'll have to buy another fucking hammer anyway. That's the way they can make you a double buyer. Same thing with the Carpet Fresh, 18 cutting edges on every granule of Carpet Fresh, and the company that makes carpet sells you the Carpet Fresh that destroys the carpet that you bought from them. You know what I'm saying? In the same fashion here, see, the devil's been promising people estates, earthly estates, but since so many people are taking this by, it's like then God's kind of contesting that by like, oh yeah, that's what you think? You think this is gonna, uh, you think these things will endure? So in a way, he's already showing you that like, look, these things could literally melt away. Your house could melt in the order of a few years, and I've saw it, man, in Flint. Like so many houses get abandoned.